What is up, guys? It's Swammer here, and I'm back again. This time I'm going to be doing some battles in the Great League. I want to do a couple tune-up sets in the Great League to get ready for Season 3. Uh, I have decided that I'm not going to try and make any final pushes for to hit rank 10 for this season. Got up as high as 2857. Uh, and 140 points in 2 days is just a pretty tall order. I'd basically have to have 6 4-in-1 sets or something like that, or certainly at least 5 4-in-1 sets. It just doesn't seem all that likely. So I have changed my pose out of the rank 10 pose. I haven't earned the rank 10 pose now, so I need to uh, jump back to just anything else, and gonna try and prep for Season 3. And I want to go back to this team of Azumarill, Ferrothorn, and Deoxys that I've been using. So you guys might remember that using this team, the biggest problem I encountered was Registeel. And if I ended up getting Ferrothorn stuck against a Registeel. Well, Galarian Stunfisk is everywhere now. And in a lot of places, he is replacing Registeel. Uh, and Ferrothorn actually beats Galarian Stunfisk in all even shield scenarios. So this should be a fairly positive matchup, and I'm really interested to see how it goes down. So going to be running with the Ferrothorn here. Let's go ahead and jump into the videos, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. So this is the first time I've done Great League for quite a while, so hopefully I'm not too rusty. Definitely want to see how it goes. We get a Skarmory on the lead, so this is an okay lead for us. Pretty neutral matchup, to be honest. If they successfully block a Hydro Pump, then that would be bad for us, so we're not going to shield here. I think in hindsight, it's actually better to shield the first Sky attack and then go for a bait yourself. So I go for the Hydro Pump here, and they do correctly shield it, so that's not great for us. We're going to go ahead and build up some energy. Going to go ahead and shield their Sky attack here. I don't want to get super low just yet. And then they actually swap out into Azumarill, which is interesting and very good for me, because I can bring in Ferrothorn now. Definitely was not expecting them to swap, because I think they could have won that matchup if they stayed in. But now Ferrothorn doesn't have to shield anything from this Azumarill. So I'm going to go for the Power Whip here. This is going to be dealing a ton of damage to this Ferrothorn. We do connect, going to farm up just a little bit of extra energy and then throw. I don't want to take another charge move if I don't have to. And we are able to take them out. So we're going to see the Skarmory come in now, and we're going to go straight for that Flash Cannon. This is going to deal a fair bit of resisted damage, and then we don't want to get farmed down, so we're going to swap out into Defense Deoxys. This Sky attack will do a fair bit of damage, so I am going to shield it. I think it might do more damage than most other things. However, it's a Swampert, so probably would have been better to shield a Hydro Cannon. Going to build up a bunch of energy, though, and then go for back-to-back Psycho Boosts. They got off one Hydro Cannon here. We get off a Psycho Boost, hoping that they do not shield this. And we do get the damage. That is great for us. We're going to get off another Psycho Boost here, and this is going to force them to shield, because they definitely can't let their Swampert go down yet. And then they're going to take out our Deoxys, or at least get off another charge move here, and we're actually able to swap back into Ferrothorn and farm them down with Bullet Seed. Going for the Power Whip on this Skarmory, I think it was a mistake to do that. I think I should have gone for one more Bullet Seed and gone for the Flash Cannon, because that would have KO'd. So I'm going to come in with Deoxys and hope that they use their energy, but they don't actually, which is good. Not great for me. They're going to be able to get off a Sky attack onto my Azumarill. Fortunately, we are able to survive and get off the Ice Beam. So definitely made a couple mistakes right at the end there. Should have gone for the Flash Cannon on Ferrothorn, which would have been enough damage to KO that Skarmory. And then I probably should have gone straight into the Azumarill rather than going into the Deoxys first. But that's all right. We were able to win anyways, so good match there. Getting into the second match, hope we can keep the positive trend going here. And I really hope that we can actually find a Galarian Stunfisk to showcase that Galarian Stunfisk versus Ferrothorn matchup. So here, a Hypno on the lead isn't amazing for us, so I'm going to go ahead and let one Charge Move hit me. I want them to prove that they have Thunder Punch. They do show Thunder Punch, so I'm going to go for the Ice Beam after building up to the Hyper Pump. And we do get a shield. So we're going to go ahead and swap into Defense Deoxys now. Double Punch Hypno is still pretty common, so I'm not going to shield, but they do throw the Shadow Ball, so that's not great for me. Gonna go straight for Rock Slides here. Definitely the better move to use in this scenario. Able to connect with that Rock Slide, and then they're getting off another charge move here. I think it's too fast for another Shadow Ball, and it is just a Thunder Punch. So gonna let that come through, and then we're able to get off the another Rock Slide. And this is going to be taking out the Hypno or getting the last shield. We do take it out, so that's good. We're able to win back switch advantage, and that's looking really good for Ferrothorn because now we can come in against this Azumarill. They swap in to a Toxicroak, so we're going to go ahead and bring in our Azumarill as quick as we can. Our win condition here is basically to double shield the Azumarill and take out the Toxicroak as best we can. So going for the Ice Beam on this Toxicroak, they're definitely going to be shielding this. Yet they do shield. We are going to get to another Ice Beam. I might have been able to make it to the Hydro Pump. I'm not sure, but I didn't want to risk getting farmed down. And I actually thought we'd be able to farm them down with Bubble, but we were not. So that's not amazing. We're going to have to shield up this Mud Bomb. But we do get a Bullet Seed through, so they don't get another charge move off. And then this is basically GG here. We've already got a Power Whip ready. We are going to be able to outpace this Azumarill, so we just need to get to 2 Power Whips. So this first one is going to get it very low, and then one more Bullet Seed, and we're able to get to another Power Whip, which will take out the Azumarill. So good second matchup there. Able to go 2-0 so far, so feeling pretty good about this. Jumping into the third match now, we'll have to see how this one goes. So Season 3 should be starting actually tomorrow afternoon. So probably won't do my sets right away tomorrow afternoon. Probably will do a few more tomorrow morning, but after that, we'll get right into it. But here we're catching an Azumarill on the lead, so you guys know how I like to play this matchup. I like to basically stay in, let them throw first, and then swap out. However, they seem to be doing something similar, so they've built up to 100 energy. We're both at 100 energy now, and they're going to throw the Hydro Pump. I'm going to go ahead and bring in my Deoxys now, and they bring in a Haunter. So this is not very good for me. Going to have to go for the Psycho Boost. Not going to shield this. This is definitely just a Shadow Punch. So getting the Psycho Boost off here, this is definitely going to get a shield from my opponent. We do get a shield, and then we're going to be able to get to another Psycho Boost. Hopefully we'll get the second shield, but if we don't, that is also fine. We do get the health, so that gets them quite low. And then I'm going to go ahead and come in with the Azumarill here. It's possible that this was a mistake, but able to take them down with just one bubble. And then I'm going to go for a Hydro Pump on whatever's coming in. It is going to be that Azumarill. So we're going to swap into the Ferrothorn, and then we see a Registeel. So this is very much the old school team with the Azumarill Registeel core. So that's going to be a problem for the Ferrothorn here, and that is actually why we ended up switching away from this team, was for exactly this matchup. So not great, but we'll have to see if we can play this out. We do have the shield advantage, so we shield up the Flash Cannon, which is a little unfortunate. We're going to let this second charge move come through, hoping that they're baiting again. They do bait a second time, so that's pretty good for us. Going to go for a Flash Cannon now. Or sorry, a Power Whip now on this Registeel, and we're chipping away at this Registeel. It's actually getting fairly low. Going to go ahead and swap into our Azumarill. Probably should have tried to time it on a charge move, but they're going to be able to get off the Hydro Pump, and I'm going to be able to get to a Hydro Pump myself. But what I really want to do is to be able to farm down with the Ferrothorn, and ideally I'll have two charge moves available, but I think that they just have slightly too much, or too little health. So we're going to be able to shield this Ice Beam, and then we're going to be able to farm down, but we're not going to have two stored Power Whips. We're going to be one or two Bullet Seeds short, so this first Power Whip is going to get the shield, and then they are able to get to a charge move here just as we were getting the last Bullet Seed that we needed. So not going to be able to come back in that matchup. Really close. In hindsight, the win condition was for me to underfarm the Hydro Pump on my Azumarill when I dropped it onto theirs, but that was really just, I mean, that I guess that's why I'm not ranked 10, right? Like, I didn't recognize that early enough, and I probably should have recognized that's what I needed to do. But that's a really, it's a tough play to make and to recognize in the heat of the battle like that. Undercharging is a really challenging skill to master because if you undercharge too little, or too much, then you don't do enough damage and you lose because you didn't do enough damage. So getting into this fourth match, we get an Altaria on the lead, which is quite good for us. We're going to go ahead and build up to the Ice Beam, expecting them to swap. They're not swapping, so I drop the Ice Beam, and then they miraculously time their swap with when I'm dropping the Ice Beam anyways, so really great read on their part, or really bad luck, depending on how you want to look at it. So I'm just going to drop a second Ice Beam on this Deoxys. I probably should have saved the Ice Beam and switched into my own defense Deoxys right away. I try to swap there on the charge move, hoping to catch a Thunderbolt, but instead I'm going to have to shield. So not looking great for me at this point. Swapping now into my defense Deoxys. Again, I probably should have built up more energy, taking advantage of the fact that counters are resisted. But they're getting off a Rock Slide here. That's totally fine. We've got enough of a health advantage that we're going to be able to take them out without too much difficulty. But they swap into Meganium. So this is actually okay for us. Meganium is definitely a problem for our Azumarill, so I'm just as happy to see it come out now. Gonna get to another Rock Slide here, and they're farming up a lot of energy, so we're gonna go straight for the Psycho Boost and punish them for farming up so much energy. And we do get the second shield, so that's really good for us. We're gonna let our Deoxys go down, and we're gonna come in with Ferrothorn and farm this energy. So, gonna try and Bullet Seed all the way down. This is going to be an Earthquake, so we do go ahead and shield. That's really big for us. It is an Altaria coming in. So we're going to go for the Flash Cannon. I possibly should be switching into Azumarill here. That's almost definitely the better play because I don't want to take this damage onto Ferrothorn, and I know it's going to be the key to winning this match. And then we get some lag here. So they used a Sky Attack, or did they? So we're just waiting to see what's going to happen here. Who knows whether this is going to do damage or not. You can see I don't even have like any numbers or anything on the screen. No ability to run away. Just sort of waiting to see if it happens. And nothing happens. The animation happens, then attack incoming again. No protect shields remaining. They're using Sky Attack again. I don't know whether they're actually using it or whether the game is just broken, and then, oh, here we go again. So this is not very fun. I'm not sure at this point whether it's Niantic's servers or my Wi-Fi. I think it's probably my Wi-Fi, but I'm pretty sure at this point that I'm going to lose this game, so I'm just going to skip ahead. We did, in fact, lose that game. And I think that one actually was my Wi-Fi, not Niantic's servers, so there's many games like that where it is Niantic's fault. That one, I think, was outside their control. My Wi-Fi just cut out for a minute, and unfortunately, we lost. So hopefully that doesn't happen again in this fifth game. So, I mean, I guess we're 2-2 in this set, but really it still feels like we're 2-1 because there's nothing I can do about that. the internet dropping out like that, and I think that we were actually in a really good position to win that game, but we'll have to see how it goes. Alright, taking a little while to find the last matchup of the set here. We still haven't seen that Ferrothorn versus Stunfisk matchup, so hopefully we'll be able to see that in this battle. Definitely want to see how that goes. We're running into a Lantern on the lead, so this is not good for us. Going to swap into Deoxys right away, but it's actually a Water Gun Lantern, so that's a lot better matchup for Azumarill than otherwise. So we're going to go ahead and go for a Rock Slide onto this Lantern. And they're going to swap out now. They're definitely just waiting for us to use a bunch of energy. So we're going to go ahead and go for a Psycho Boost on this Cherim, hoping that we can get this first one through. We do get that one through. That deals quite a bit of damage. Going to go for another Psycho Boost. Probably should have gone for a Rock Slide first, to be honest. And then we had some lag on the charge move, so we didn't get as many bubbles as we should, but they shielded anyway, so not a big deal. We're going to not shield this. We're twice debuffed, so we don't really want to... We don't want to shield that Deoxys with him being so weak. We do actually get to another Psycho Boost, and we force them to use another charge move. So this is pretty good for us. We're going to be able to come in now with Ferrothorn and farm down. However, they actually still had a lot of stored energy, so we are going to have to shield up the Weather Ball. The fire damage would just be way too much, but we are able to Bullet Seed down, so this is looking pretty good for us. They are going to bring in their Stunfisk, so this is perfect. This is exactly what we wanted to see. We're going to go ahead and go straight for the Power Whip, hoping to connect with this. That does quite a bit of damage, about 40% of Stunfisk's health. We're going to go ahead and shield, thinking that this is going to be an Earthquake. We do successfully call the Earthquake, so that's really big for us. Going to go for another Power Whip, and they do shield. And then here I was trying to catch the Earthquake, but I was not successful. So they bring in their Lantern. This is going to be a Thunderbolt. It's going to hurt quite a lot. And we are going to just go straight for the Hydro Pump. They actually are able to get off another charge move, which isn't great. If we'd at least gotten the Ice Beam chip damage, we could have farmed them all the way down. But now we're going to have to drop a charge move, and I definitely should have built up to 2 Power Whips, because taking a charge move from Lantern wouldn't have been a big deal, and they wouldn't have been able to get to it anyways. But here we had to take an Earthquake from that Stunfisk, which dealt a lot more damage. Fortunately, we're able to get to a Power Whip and take out the Stunfisk, but definitely should have built up to 2 Power Whips before dropping it onto the Lantern, because that would have meant that we could have won CMP against that Stunfisk and taken it out before it was able to get to that Earthquake. So made a few mistakes in that set. However, fortunately, most of those mistakes didn't actually cost us the game. So pretty happy to see that Ferrothorn versus Stunfisk matchup in that last battle, because I think that's going to be a really big key for this team. I think that that's going to make this team fairly strong. Its ability to handle Stunfisk quite well. So I have to see how it goes. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.